And welcome. Let's, like always, double check to make sure. Actually, 1 second, I gotta text somebody. Um, is so sorry, guys. Somebody's trying to play golf early in the morning, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be there at the time they want to be there. So that's why, just so I don't forget. Definitely don't want to forget. Don't want to be that forgetful friend. I hate that kind of stuff. If you ever have somebody who texts you something and you don't want to tell them no, just tell them no. I promise you'll feel better in the end, even if they don't like it, even if they give you shit. Just let them know. Let them know the truth. The truth will always prevail. But, anyways, welcome back, guys. PGA Championship was this past week. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm not really quite sure what I'm going to be even talking about right now. Just got off of work. I got dinner cooking in the oven right now. Some frozen chicken fried steaks and some frozen French fries. Going real healthy tonight. Um, didn't have much time to eat or at least prepare anything because I just got, like I said, just got straight off of work. And yeah, I wanted to do the show and I wanted to talk to you guys. And so we're here. But PGA Championship was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed this tournament. It's been a minute too since I can actually say I was very locked in to what was going on. Agree or disagree, uh, whether you like the golf course, whether you didn't like the golf course, yada yada yada. That's the type of golf. That's the type of professional golf I want to watch. I want to see the best of the best, the big names. I want to see emotion. I want to see excitement. I want to see good shots, and that, in my opinion, it provided it all. I mean, you had Victor Hovland chasing. You had obviously Bryson chasing, and then you had Xander with the question of is he going to do it? So right there, obviously, I mean, and honestly, Hovland wasn't even part of the story. I didn't really say it to anybody, but I said it to my buddy the day of that morning. I was looking at the leaderboard and I was like, man, Victor is kind of in a sleeper position right there. He was just kind of lingering back. No one was speaking about him. No one was talking about him, but he was in great striking distance to make a move. And you throw him and Bryson together. I'm not sure if they're friends or not, but apparently they were just feeding off each other. And that's what golfers do. If you have a good group, you don't mind your playing partner, and you see good shots, you tend to play to that caliber. And they both did that. Matthew, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show. Um, so yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought Xander did an excellent job. I also said that going into that last day, there was not a chance in hell that Xander was going to lose that. There was just no way. I I wish I was a gambling man. I'm not a gambling man much anymore, but I wish I was a gambling man because it was almost a certain that Xander was not going to let that one go. He's just too good. I firmly believe him and Scheffler are the two best golfers on the planet right now. Bryson right behind him. I mean, any given day. But you look at Xander's and Scheffler's game, and there is not a flaw in that in either of their game. If the putts and the breaks go their way, they're up there every single time. Xander's short game is extremely underrated. I mean, just watching him get up and down those last 2 days. Well, not even watching. I was listening to the radio, but and I saw some of the highlights. But the amount of pressure and the shots that Xander was able to pull off under that pressure, especially short game shots, was just incredible. To be that good of a ball striker and to be able to have hands like that is a very, very unique thing in the game of golf. You normally have one and then you don't have as much of the other. Take Rory, for instance. Um, he's always been talked about the best driver of the golf ball, hands down one of the best drivers of the golf ball, but his wedge game isn't as good. So, there's a something that's always kind of holding him back. There's nothing holding Xander or Schauffele or excuse me, Scotty back. The only thing apparently that's holding Scotty back is his caddy, as we all saw. And I'm 100% in belief that Teddy Scott has almost everything to do with Scotty Scheffler's game at this point. I don't know much about Ted Scott from just what I've seen through media, and I don't know much about Scotty Scheffler besides what I've seen through media. But right there, if that wasn't proof in the pudding, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, he needs Ted Scott on the bag. And going forward, if there was something to do with family and they're in a major, I still believe they're going to do the same thing because that's the type of people they are. I know some other people say that there's not a chance in hell Scotty will ever let them do that again. It's just not who they are. It wouldn't create the personality who they are. If they have family, they're obviously very family people. They're very, religious people. So I firmly believe that they both looked at that day as they had to do that. And they both know that they both needed each other just as much as anybody else. But, wild to see. You don't normally see somebody rely on a caddy that much. So pretty wild to see. But overall, I thought the golf course was awesome. I know people said it was too easy. I don't think so. I think they're just that good. And I also love seeing the Live Tour and the PGA Tour compete against each other. It just we are on the PGA Tour is missing out on the characters, and that tournament right there with Bryson alone proved it. Bryson is a character. It's one of those players that you just want to watch, whether he's failing or he's doing well, because he is unique. He brings energy. He's emotional about his stuff. It's just fun to watch. Like him, hate him, call him a nerd, whatever you want to call him. He's fun to watch. And the game of golf needs him, and the PGA Tour needs him in order to keep views like that. So, anyways, that's my rant on the PGA. I think it was great. But, yeah, I got a position offering at Papago, but wasn't going to work because it was full-time and I'm playing pro. So, wouldn't have time to do both. Did you really? What a position. Mr. Matt? But I totally understand. If you're trying to play golf professionally, you have to do that professionally. That's what work is. Don't try to do what I did. I mean, you can. If you don't have any options, obviously, I say go for it every day. But ultimately, if you want to do it right, you need to say, this is going to be my job, playing golf. Yeah, I think they're looking for the assistant pro. I saw somebody get interviewed today. But yeah, good luck in that, man. Good luck in that. I heard there is a money game that's on Mondays. What the time it starts normally around like 10:30. You just have to call the week before, day of, a couple days in advance, get a spot. I'm not sure if I want to watch any of this because I got flagged for monetizing last time, but I kind of want to watch it.
Auto insurance all seems the same until it's time to use it. With USAA, it's easy to file claims, schedule repairs, and access roadside assistance right through your app. Or you could take your chances somewhere else. Get a quote today.
Summers are better at Chase Field. Get tickets to every game in June, July, and August with the D-backs Summer Pass presented by Bar S. Get this limited time offer now at dbacks.com.
I am messing with my OBS right now. So I told you guys that there was some
nothing I can say.
There were some influencers at Papago recently, and let's just say the main guy who dresses this gentleman right here was there, and it took me everything to ask him who is dressing this man, and please. Let's change it up a little bit. What is I get flagged for this? So you know what? We're just gonna exit this. We're gonna exit this. We're gonna go straight to the Fanduel. Probably gonna be a shorter stream tonight, but you know, it is what it is. Balance is almost zero. We almost have to reload again. Just on a super losing streak. But you know what? It can all change with this lineup right here. This is my lineup that we're going with. A little single entry lineup, $5. Nothing big. Just something that keeps you interested. The winner right here, Scotty Scheffler. That's 100%, almost a guaranteed winner. I am very convinced that he is a little irritated that he didn't win last week. Feeling like he should have, because you take away the third round, you give him even par, and he's right there. So, I know you're not supposed to meet strangers on the internet, but we should play. I never wanted to go to Papago, but it looks nice. If not, 100% again it. I mean, like I tell everybody, man, it's, if it works out, I would, I love playing with new people. My schedule right now is basically working Monday through Friday, and then occasionally playing on the weekends. Not much golf going on right now, to be honest. I needed a good break, and this has been a great break. It's kind of given me that want to go play more golf, because I don't get to play golf as much anymore. So, and I need to save my money too. So, hopefully next year I'll be able to enter in a few more tournaments. It's just all about money when it comes to golf. Colin Morikawa, dude, hit like 16 out of 18 greens this last week. Putter is just ice cold. Guarantee he has a new putter in the bag this week. Zach Blair. So I went big right here. And then I went down the list, and Zach Blair made the cut this last week. And he's one of those guys that just occasionally, all of a sudden, just is at the top of the leaderboard the first few days. So what I'm hoping from him is to make a cut and just have a decent week, keep us in there. So, I mean, 7,000, super cheap, and he's playing pretty decent. Horschel, another guy that you never know what he's going to bring to the table. But he's been playing extremely well. He played well last week too. So I'm obviously going off the streakers right here. Kevin Yu is my buddy. I will always try to get Kevin in the lineup, because I am very convinced that this man will win on the PGA Tour soon. Whether it's this week, whether it's at the end of the year. You mark my words, Kevin Yu will win. That will be a clip right there. Boom. Clip it. When he wins. And Lee Hodges. I don't know if you guys noticed, Lee Hodges was up on the top of the leaderboard as well last week. Another sleeper pick. No one really pays attention to Lee, but he's just apparently just a great golfer. Just stays out there. Very unique golf swing. One of the few that comes over the top. Or at least it's like the his Bobo angle. He goes inside, and it's not even inside. He's actually right on plane, and it just looks like the club is doing kind of a Cameron Smith type of thing, Bobo type of thing. So right there, that's my lineup. I think those are a good, solid locks. I need him to do well. Kevin, I need you to do well, bub. Let's go to the Discord. So we had a good participation in the Discord today, which I greatly appreciate. This gives me something to talk about. I mean, like I've said before, I would normally charge lessons to give you this type of information. So, you know, what I feel like I'm good at with teaching is, and Butsy came up with this. He summarized it very, very nicely, because I'm not good with my words, so he summarized this very nicely for me. It's basically said that I provide a service that allows you to figure out a good path, a good and efficient path to working on your swing and game at the same time, and not doing so much of like one certain thing, but just working with the golfer that I have, their body type, and what we can do to make your golf swing as efficient as possible. Obviously, I have, baselines that I use. There's certain drills that I repeat for certain situations, but what I say right now is what you would hear from me if we were one-on-one on a driving range together. Are you playing in the AZ Open qualifier? Fortunately, I am getting an exemption into the AZ Open into the AZ Open this year. Since it is at Papago this year, I am lucky enough to be given an exemption, so I will not be doing the qualifier, but I will be playing in it. Matty Ice on Discord, perfect. I got you, brother. Excuse me. All right, let's do this. Let's see, where did we leave off last time? Yeah, this was last time, May 16th. Scam and welcome. Put my life savings on Puig, and now I'm homeless. So, Echo, we were working on this last time. This is definitely, I told him his lower body wasn't firing quick enough. So, much more synced up right there. Way better. Club's in a great spot right there. I like that. I can work with that. I may try to get a little bit more turn with the lower body, but it's still okay. You're squatting just a little bit right there. So I would instead, and again, this is being picky, but I feel like this right leg right here could be a little bit more straight. And again, this is all my opinion. You're going to get more depth. But there's a lot of golfers now that do this squat position. And if you get away with it, if you don't get stuck, it's a good move. It's a powerful move. But you could probably stand up just a smidge right here, and it'll give you more turn with your lower body. This is if you want to hit it a little further. Great position right there. Firing off that right foot still. That shaft is right in between the forearms. That's exactly where you want it. Right on plane. Great impact position right there. You could see all of the left forearm, right forearm's bent. You can see there's no flip. Very square impact. Just overall great position right there. Probably cut that one. Yeah, good swing, dude. Well done. Question, would it be a first? What would be the first thing you look for for someone who stripes it on the range but struggles taking the swing to the course? So first off, I would start off with finding some Bob Rotella. You can get Bob Rotella book on tape, a CD on tape. You can order it, $16. I recommend Putting Out of Your Mind. And even though we're not talking about putting, there's still so many benefits that you can take away from just listening to that CD alone for what you're talking about. And basically, to try to sum this up shortly, without going into a very long explanation, is that you're thinking of an outcome before it's actually even happening. So on the range, there's no consequences, as you know, as everybody knows. You know, as much as you want, you can create a target for yourself. There's no consequences out there. So what you need to do, I would do, is one, when you're warming up on the range, try to simulate a fairway. Maybe take 5 balls and see how many out of those 5 you can hit. You know, obviously you want to go 5 for 5. But it's just all a matter of letting go. And as easy as it is to say, it is so hard to do. And Bob in the CD will somebody said it right here, starts with routine. Travis said that, and I can't disagree at all. That's a 100% correct. The better your routine is, the better the more comfortable you're going to be, and the less you're going to worry about the result. So to sum it up, it's a thought of bad results. You care so much that you don't want to mess up. So in order to get over that, you got to do something over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and to make it as close as a routine to a repeatable routine as possible. It doesn't always have to be the same. I mean, there can obviously be a little bit of, changes here and there, but a solid routine to take to the tee box, whether you're thinking about something like 1 or 2 things in your swing, or if it's a target that you're thinking about. To completely shut your mind off is impossible. So you have to, what Bob says, and it's the thing that stuck with me the hardest when I learned this was, over the ball, what are your priorities? What at that moment should you be focusing on? And when you can train your brain to do this, to say, okay, what are my priorities right now? I am standing over this ball. There is where I want it to go. This is kind of what I want it to do. So let's do that. And when you can train your brain and when I say train your brain, you have to work on this. This is not something that you are going to be able to do naturally. I mean, some can, but majority will get up there and be like, shit, who's watching me? What do I got to do here? There's water over there. All these thoughts are just pumping through your brain so quickly that it actually stops you from thinking. And that's where a lot of people, it's a spiral. I mean, you don't know what you're thinking about. So practice on creating pressure for yourself. I mean, even if you have to be like, all right, this is a tee shot right here. We're on the 18th hole. You're on the driving range too, by the way. But you're talking to yourself and telling yourself this. I'm on the 18th hole right now, and I have to hit this fairway. If I don't hit this fairway, we're not qualifying. And go slow through the routine. Like, I mean, you're not gonna rush through something in a tournament like that. You're gonna have a process. So the better you can do that, the better this situation will be. I hope that wasn't too confusing. Or have them get on grass range too if they're on mats now. Yes and no. You can still do what I just told you off of mats. Warm-ups, you should never give a shit whether you're on mats or grass. Practice, that's when you should care. When you're going to the golf course to just hit balls, always try to find grass over mats. And if you're on mats, work on drivers and longer irons. Do not work on wedges on the mats. It's a false sense of information, and you're only going to get so much out of that. So yeah, do that. All right, let's go to here we go. Sterling Bryce, Mr. Sterling Bryce. Let's see what we're working with here, Sterling. All righty. Let's watch that again. You got a little bit of a Bobo move from the beginning there. Smooth. Smooth like butter. Okay, so the first thing I notice is your head moves with the club going backwards. I would setup looks good. Looks like the ball's a little above your feet in this shot. I can't tell with your grip. It looks like you have a little bit of a trigger finger down there. Not the worst thing, but I would definitely check out the grip. Make sure that it is where you want it. Learn about the grip, etc., etc., etc. Starts with the grip. Normally when I see a trigger finger down there, it kind of tells me a little something's going on. But the first thing I'd like probably everybody else, and you already know this probably, but your head's turning, and I know you probably are working on your backswing, and this was the result of it. But turning your head, what I would do is have a mirror in front of you, okay? And do this, and then get to this position right there, and then look up and see where your head's at. And then go back down, but keep your head in that same spot that you just put it in, right there, okay? From there, you just rotate around your head, and it's much more effective than your eyes kind of drifting off the ball here, and your head moves. I'd much rather see your head stay still right there. So a little underneath the plane, going back. Okay, watch if you ever watch me work with Bobo, he does a move from the beginning. He's trying to feel the club head go above his hands here. But you keep it a pretty good position at the top here. I wouldn't call it laid off, but it's definitely not. So just a little stuck. I mean, not a terrible position, but I can see where your flaws are going to come into play just a little bit. And again, this is on an upslope, so it's kind of hard, but you hold the face really nicely through impact right there. So you probably hit a straight ball right here. And you got a great finish swinging left. So again, I don't know if this is on an uphill lie, that's going to say a lot of stuff of the reason why it's flat and why it looks that way. But overall, man, great swing. I mean, I love how you get through the ball right there, and your hands are traveling left, your body's rotating hard. I would work on that move from the beginning. Have somebody hold your head, or just keep it a little bit more still. You're going to be a little bit more consistent. I mean, you could obviously work on trying to get the club up a little bit, but I mean, you probably hit it pretty straight. If you want to hit it a little further, you're going to have to get the club up a little bit more, and your hands are going to have to come a little bit further back towards this, like going away from you, from the takeaway. Looks like you're pretty close to your body throughout the entire swing. But good swing, man. I like that. I would guess you were probably around a scratch golfer, or maybe a 1 or 2. Franco, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. Every we all, there's a lot of Cart Barn guys who have either doing Cart Barn guy stuff right now, or as once was a Cart Barn guy, and that's one of the main reasons why I started this account. It's just a very relatable topic. We all know what it's like. All right, let's check out your swing. I don't know how to say that. Chebig? 1 second. I gotta take my food out real fast. 1 second. Wow, it is warm. It is warm in my apartment right now. Not going to lie, it is warm. All right, here we go. Back to it. Swing analysis. One, I would love, just going forward, if anybody ever tries to film yourself, let's try to get it more about belt to titty height, and try to get it directly behind you. Because I know you're probably trying to work with what you got, but this angle's very hard for me to tell exactly where you're aiming. I mean, from the setup right here, it looks like you have a super closed stance. My guess is you probably hit a lot of hooks, a lot of draws, just from this motion that I see from right here. Shoulders are open, so this is a great example of if you want to hit a draw. You can actually do this I do this with my setup. If I'm trying to turn one over hard, shut your feet real hard, but you keep your upper body open. So see where his shoulders are pointed? That's typically where the ball is going to end up, on that line. You think you're aimed over to the right over here, which you are, but the ball, your shoulders are going to end up in the direction where the ball goes. So pretty good grip, strong grip. I can't tell if you got that club in the palm of your hands or not on your left hand. So if I would grip the club with just your left hand only. Make sure it's in your fingertips, or is less in the palm as possible in that left hand. If it's in the palm, if you feel it touching this part, you got to work on your grip. I just can't tell from this angle. Great turn. Nothing wrong with taking a left foot off the ground. So you're either going to hit a hook or you're going to hit it over the top. One of the two. You're either going to slice it or you stay behind it nicely and you sling it out to the right. And it looks like the club's turning back over the top just a little bit. So you look like you're going to cut the ball from this position right here. Ooh, getting stuck just a little bit. So see how the club's already down below? So you're not getting that pull from the top. You're coming with your right hand over. So again, let's go back to the grip with that left hand. Go work on the grip. Maybe go test out what it feels like like I said, grip it just with the club, that left hand right here, and then put the right on. Feel what it feels like to maybe have a weak grip, just for experimenting. So you shoved it out to the right and it hooked back in. Yep. As predicted. High finish normally indicates a draw. Okay, so one again, grip. Check out your grip. Throw some alignment, 6 down. Let's make sure we figure out where we're aimed with your feet, and then aiming with your club, and then make sure your shoulders are all aligned with those. If we're trying to hit straight balls, looks like in his little left-hand pocket. Yes, I would agree. It's just, but from where he takes it back so much inside that there's nowhere to go but back the opposite direction. So again, I could give you a lot of things, but I want you to first fix the whole setup and make sure everything's square first, and then this golf swing becomes much easier. But when you have a closed stance like this and open shoulders with a improper grip, I'm assuming again, you have to manipulate the golf swing in order to get it back down in the correct position at impact. So setup is going to make you rip it inside, and then the shoulders know that you ripped it inside. So you have to come over the top. See how the hands are now traveling towards the ball? And then the shaft starts to get a little steeper here. Overall, I mean, you got an athletic move as far as hand-eye coordination to be able to do that. So, a lot of positives. But if you like hitting sweeping draws, if you like the draw move, fucking perfect it, man. But let's work on the setup. I don't want to give you too much more. And then once you get the setup a little bit more correctly, let's start getting that club up a little bit more. I want to see it a little bit more connected with your body. So this is what you could do. Stick the club in in your belly from right there. So you're going to be gripping way down on the shaft. And from there, make a turn. Okay? And then go up with it. You're hinging way too quickly right here. The club, we should still be able to see the club right there. Okay? From this position right here, the club head should be almost covering your hands. But again, if the camera angle's off a little bit, it's going to be off a little bit. So work on the grip, work on the setup. Let's get the alignment down a little bit better, and then shoot me another video. Jim. Let's check out Jim. Ooh, I like that sound. You're a cutter, though. You cut the ball, for sure. Good setup. Come on. I need V1. V1 would be so much easier. Since this video is so short, it's hard for me to pause it. So you get the club way up. See, okay, see, this is the opposite from what the other video we were just watching is. So last guy, pay attention to this swing. This is where we need the club to be going in the direction from the backswing, okay? What I see here, though, for you in this swing is that you haven't done anything with your lower body yet, okay? So it doesn't look like any of your lower body has turned. So you kind of do what I used to do. You sit back from the beginning. You see this motion right here? It's very, very subtle. But you're sitting back on your heels just a smidge, which is kind of preventing you, I feel like, from making a lower body turn maybe. Yeah, your lower body just needs to get a little bit more turn. So what I would do is stick a alignment stick through your belt loop and feel like the stick is turning while you turn back. Come on, baby. I'm trying to get pause. I'm trying to pause you at the top. Great position at the top. Great position. I mean, from right there though, it looks like you're making a good lower body turn. You maybe get. Ooh, that's good, man. That's real good. It's a great position right there. So maybe, okay, so maybe try to get a little bit more. I don't know, man. You have a pretty good swing. You'd have to tell me what you want out of the swing, because it looks like you're still hanging back a little bit on your back foot here. Maybe try to fire. You fire the lower body pretty hard. I would be just more or less concerned from the beginning here. See how there's a lot of movement in the body. Your body does almost a whole shift before the club starts to take away. So feel like you just get settled over the ball and then just move it with your hand. See what happens there. Other than that, man, you got a powerful swing. It looks like you're using your lower body nicely. I know I said rotate maybe a little bit more. I mean, I would definitely still play with that, but you put it in a pretty good position at impact here. So I should have posted a straight shot. This was exaggerated draw here. Nonetheless, very concerned. Oh, okay. So you were the last one. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, just so next time try to get the angle of the camera just a little bit better. But it seems like you understood what I was getting with it. You see, so you're gonna have to tell me more or less what you're trying to look for in the swing, because Jim, you have a good swing. I feel like you hit power cuts. Sometimes it looks like you may get a little flippy, but in the Discord, or in this chat, if you're here, just let me know what you're struggling with, because I can't really see anything here. If you were to tell me if one miss that it comes up, then I may be able to identify it a little better. This is what me and Bob were working on. So when Bob does this, somebody asked me this the other day. When Bob does this, he's trying to feel like the club is staying outside his hands. When I say outside the hands, it's still right of his hands. It's not inside, like we were talking about a couple swings ago. So he does this motion to exaggerate the feel of keeping the hands close to his body while the club goes up. See, and you'll see when he does it for real, he doesn't even come close. He doesn't even come close to that. But to him, it feels like that club is going so far up. And that is a great position right there. Bob's never been in that position. And this is still an over-the-top swing. He's still trying to he hangs back a little too much through the downswing. That's why it comes over the top. And he's also not swinging out to the right as much. Today, if you go watch my story, we fixed that. He's getting better, man. He's getting better. I will say that. You got to watch out for Bob in a few years. All right, here's another one. So obviously, a camera angle that's going to be very tough to tell, but we'll do our best here. I know you probably don't have a tripod. Stick it in your bag. Just take your towel, shove that towel down, and make a little holster for your towel. It's real easy. It's just going to be hard for me to tell. But we'll watch. So, from the get-go, right from the get-go, look at that trigger finger on the grip. Okay? So, looks like you don't have any control on the left hand. It looks like you got it almost cupped this way. Work on the grip. Go study some grips. Figure out a grip that is going to work for you, and then we'll build from there, because the grip is causing all sorts of problems for you. It's going to feel terrible when you change the grip, but I promise you in the long run, it's going to be worth it for you. So you see how you even so you got an interlock grip going on. Yeah, you look like a big guy too. I know Tiger. I know everybody says that the interlock grip is the way to go because Tiger did it. But bigger hands, if you're a bigger guy and you have big hands, do an overlap grip. It will feel so much more comfortable, I promise you. So very, very shut. But this is a lot to do with the way you hold the golf club from the beginning. The club face is very, very shut at the top here. You make a great turn with your body. Ugh. Make a great turn with your body. So nothing to be concerned about there. And you hit hard cuts or pulls, one of the two. So let's work on the grip, okay? Work on the grip, and then we'll go forward from there. You have a super weak left hand, which is causing you to with a very strong right hand, which is causing you to do nothing but swing with your right hand. So see that move from the top? That's all right hand there. Trying to hit it hard. When you figure this out, you're going to be able to hit it a long way. It looks like you're a big dude. So work on the grip. Come back to me after. CJ, let's look at the CJs real fast. CJ, you were at, is that in Arizona? Okay, let's look at this. Okay, it looks like you're another grip issue. You guys can see a pattern here. What I teach. I can't tell too much. I'm trying to look at the grip. It just looks like I could see a lot of that left hand with the fingers there. So it tells me there's a lot of palm going on in the left hand. And it looks like a lot of right hand control. So very, very underneath. Okay, again, swing plane. We should be able to, at this position right here, club should be about a line with your hands. So you're underneath the plane, which is going to cause you to go back over the plane here to come back to the plane. So your body is already kind of neutral right there, and the club hasn't even started down. So again, a lot of issues from the grip. I hate to tell you. You probably pound the ball though. Short. You're not short, but it seems like you're a stocky guy. Probably get a lot of power in the ball. Big forearms. So once we get the fundamentals down, then we can work on the backswing here. But alignment looks good. Maybe flare out your feet just a little bit. It looks like your feet are very straightforward. Get that left foot flared out just a little bit. But yeah, this is the classic, underneath, over the top. So anytime I'm working with Bob or I'm working with some swing that's underneath the plane, pay attention. Not bad though. Like I said, I bet you pound the shit out of the ball when you hit it. All right, I love face-on videos. If you can also, if you can give me a face-on video, see if we can really figure out a good strategy with the grip here. So look how underneath the right hand is. So from this setup, you either hit hard pull cuts or huge draws. One of the two. My guess, it's probably easier for you to hit huge draws because of your body size and the requirements it takes to stay down through the shot to hit a hard pull cut. But you could prove me wrong here. Ooh, John Daly style. He went way back with it, boys. The only thing I can say, if you could go over the top from this position. Doesn't look like it though. Oh, yeah, it does. So, again, you probably got the athleticism and the hand-eye coordination to get away with this, but there's a lot of inconsistent rounds that you probably run into, unfortunately. And this is, again, you got a great setup. I love how the shaft goes straight down your left arm here. I love that your head's behind the ball. Great position. You're probably aimed in the correct position. I would try to get that right hand on top just a little bit more. And I don't know, again, how much of that left hand is being used in the palm of your hand or in the fingers. My guess is probably in the palm of your hand. And this is why you've resulted to get your right hand so far underneath. I would work on trying to figure out if you can get that left hand just a little bit more neutral with the right hand getting a little bit more on top of the club. This is, again, if you want to try to hit like more hold-off shots, straight shots, etc. But that right there is it's gonna create a lot of different things that you're gonna have to do. And again, you could be very consistent with this move, but considering how far you take it back, the timing that it requires, the grip that you have, it's gonna be tough. Baby fade actually posted the video. Okay, perfect. So yeah, see. Yeah, see the way I could see it through the way you exit. Again, athletic move. And you release the club nicely. So yeah, I can see the power fade there. Let's see this. Let's see the back end. I bet you're probably around scratch handicap. Yeah, you got a nice move. You got an athletic move to it. So yeah, so it's again another case of a little inside underneath. So again, like I've talked about other swings, this position I would like to see the club a little bit more where the hand should be. Okay, so trying to get the club up a little bit more. You have the body size, you have the body type of like Ben Kern. If you don't know who Ben Kern is, find him on Instagram. He's a head pro out in Austin, Texas. He played in the PGA Championship a few years ago when Brooks won. He was a low man. But you have a very similar body size to him, and he's one of the best ball strikers I know. Watch his backswing. You would see a lot of similarities, and you probably could get a lot from it too. I would say let's shorten up the swing just a little bit. You're a strong enough man that you're going to be able to get enough power from just keeping the club to stop like right here. You're gonna lose a lot of inconsistency from this little extra John Daly move. Now, when your timing is good and you're feeling good, you'll probably be able to sync that up super nicely. Because it looks like you got some good hands, some good action to the ball. But again, we're looking for consistency, and I feel like this is why you guys are here. Ben Kern. Check out Ben Kern, man. I feel like that would help. See if we got any more. Did you guys throw some in here? Yeah, you did. Yeah. We'll do a couple. We'll do these 3 more. No more after this. I'm getting hungry. That one is not me. Is the lower. That one is not me. Is it lower? That one. Hold on. Posted video. I wish that one is not me. I don't understand. I don't understand, Jesse. I'm confused. It's Chef. Is that you? Oh, my bad. That's 2 different ones. Oh, okay. So Jesse, you posted down below. Perfect. Why? Dude, are you holy shit, I thought y'all were the same person. Wow, that's wild. Well, it's Chef. You just got the breakdown. Go watch Ben Kern. You look like him, and your swing could benefit from that. Okay, Jesse, I'll get down to your other one here in a second. My bad. It's been a long day. All right, let's watch this one again. Okay, again, grip. I want you guys to I always address this first because I want you guys to try to address this first, and it's always the one thing that people overlook. Again, the grip. So look how his left hand, look how your left hand is almost, it looks like it is, yeah, it just looks like there's a lot of palm going on in the left hand. You take that up nicely, though. I could be wrong. Club is just a smidge underneath, but still pretty good. Okay, you look like another big guy. I may try to get you away from that interlock grip, if that's an interlock grip. Good position at the top. Oh, it looks like you're just stuck. Real stuck. See how the club the club should be a little higher there, so you look like you maybe just be a little laid off from the top. Huh. That's an interesting position. It's kind of hard to do because you're stuck, but you're underneath the plane the entire way. It's going to expose the El Hazel, unfortunately, to tell you. Okay, so let's try to get you to stop the club when you practice, when you go out and practice. First off, again, there's something in the grip I can't identify from this video, but there's something in the grip that's going on. The right hand is very on top. You have a very weak right hand. I can't tell exactly how much. Yeah, there's a lot of palm going on in that left hand. So again, an issue from the beginning. I can't identify exactly what it is, but let's work on the grip. Let's get the grip a little bit better. And let's shorten this backswing up. I would love to see this backswing stop right here. When it does this, there's a lot of extra going on. The club, like, okay, there it is. Your hands, like, drop down. So feel like your hands are staying a little higher at the top once you start to swing. It's going to feel like your hands are still up there, but they won't be. Your hands are like they're like dropping down. You have an interesting swing. I can't identify it at the moment. I may have to watch this one a little bit more. But I know you struggle. You may get a shank every now and then. Yeah, there's something going on with the left hand. There's a lot of right hand action. So what I want you to do next time you're on the range, go to the range and just try to hit some shots with your left hand. If you can't do that, there's something going on with the left hand that you are allowing just the right hand to swing this golf club. Okay? I'm going to look at that one more though. But I'm almost certain that's one of the reasons. Ooh, that was a nice move. I like that. Got the Pro Cinder on. Club in a good position. Just a little underneath. Not bad, though. Not bad at all. A little early hinge. So when you have that Pro Cinder on, I like it, but don't feel like you're trying to get to that spot. Let it naturally set. Okay? If you hinge too quickly, in my opinion, it just involves a lot of wrist. I'm very big on using the big muscles. So, you see what I'm saying? The club's just getting a little hinged from the beginning. If you like that, that's fine. It's not that bad. Not that big of a deal. Okay, so you do the squat motion. You do a little Genkus there. I like it. Great position. So it looks like you just kind of shut down through impact, though. So you squat so much that you have to stand up back through impact, which is a good power move. I wouldn't do it. No, think of it this way. Great for ball striking off the tee. Great for driving distance. Great for power. Wedges, I would try to limit that a little bit more. Try to be a little bit more quiet with the dip. Great position though. Great position at the top. Also work on hitting the ball and staring down. See how you're already kind of looking? I know people say this is not that big of a deal. I feel like watching the impact the whole time and then letting the golf swing take you out of the position. The only thing you got to worry about is the impact. If you worry solely on the impact and just watch it the whole time, not worrying about where the golf ball goes, your finish is going to look a little bit more natural. But overall, great swing. I like that. Keep working on that. Okay, let's look back at Jesse's. You've always squatted. Yeah, I can see it. I mean, like I said, work on, feel like I said, this is all speculation, my guessing. I could be way off, but you probably hit it pretty good off the tee. You may struggle a little bit with your wedges. That's my analysis. I could, again, be totally off. But if you are, just try to feel like on the range you're just standing very tall through your swing and using much less of your body, just more arms. Yeah, see. When your head goes up and down like that, it exposes the blade, and it's much harder for you to find the bounce of the club. So working on keeping your head in one position and just rotating around that for wedges, shorter irons, you're going to see much more consistency. Why not interlock with taller guys? It's not necessarily taller guys. It's people with big hands. If you have bigger hands, it's just easier to keep the face square, in my opinion. And also, it takes the pressure off of these two points right here. A lot of people don't realize how much pressure they put in between these two right here. So for me, it just feels much more comfortable to have this style grip over the top over here. I mean, that's even a 5-finger grip is like this, you know. I don't know. It feels like there's more restriction, in my opinion, with a interlock grip. Keep it in the mid-high 60s through, so it's not a train wreck with the wedges, but they're inconsistent. Yeah, no, like I said, I can tell with your golf swing, you're a good player, great position at the top, but the better ball striker it seems we are, the harder it is for our wedges game, is because just the motions we're working. It's that, and again, that's what makes Xander and Scotty Scheffler amazing. But yeah, just try to keep just work on that with your wedges. Try to just stay a little quieter with the body. You don't need to be as violent with the wedges. More of an arm swing. Okay, so this is Jesse again. Just back view this time. So Jesse, it looks like you are very far away from the golf ball. I don't know if you like that or not. That may be one reason why you take it inside. Again, this camera angle is just a little off, so I can't tell if that's too inside or not, but it looks pretty good. It looks like if you're aiming right, that's actually in a pretty good position. So, yeah, so you get the club way over, and the club has to come back in that direction. But, you know, like I said in the other video, you look like you have a pretty athletic move, and you've dialed this in pretty nicely, so it's a low, hard cut. I can see that. You know, if you like this, I wouldn't change much, but you're here, so I figured that you're looking for something. Notice from the beginning how open your shoulders are. Again, this is a case of maybe just a little bit of the setup issue. So it looks like you're aimed right with your feet, and it looks like your upper body is aimed left. And again, like I said in the past or earlier in this stream, where your shoulders are aimed is where the ball is going to go, not where your feet. Feet don't matter. Where your shoulders are aimed. So from this position, if you want to hit a draw, maybe try to tuck this right shoulder, that left shoulder in a little bit. Is going to also make you feel like you're leaning back a little bit more, creating more of a spine angle. And if you want to hit a draw there, just hang back on that right side but you're going to have to shut your lower body down just a smidge. So it's going to feel like your back is towards the target as you enter into the impact position. But that's what I would do. I would try to just work on your setup a little bit. So maybe but again, I mean, from there it looks like it's square, but it also looks like it's open from the beginning right here. So yeah, you slide into it. Yeah, that's definitely a cut move. See that impact where your shoulders are? You get the club up for sure. I would try to start maybe shortening the backswing just a smidge. Just try to help the consistency out a little bit. If not, let's just try to work on getting those shoulders square from the beginning, getting you in a little bit better posture, and then maybe even feel like from the top, from right here, the club drops, your hands feel like they're going into your right pocket a little bit more, as Bryson likes to say. So the hands would drop a little bit instead of go with your body. But again, you have a different body style, so you know your limits of what you can and can't do. But yeah, I from what I see, if I would do anything, I would correct just the setup just a little bit. So that's my my swing analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate again all you guys for participating, sending these into the Discord. I'm gonna try to do this at least on Wednesdays and try to keep it consistent. So if you guys ever want me to watch anything, throw it into Discord. If you have any questions about your golf game, throw it into Discord. This is where I'm gonna do it. So you guys have a great night. I will see you next week.